explain almost everything there is to observe. A world where everything happens a certain way, with no deviation from the norm. It is a quiet and boring world. There is no time for fun in this world, and no time for exploration. But there is more to this world than most are able or even willing to observe. This world holds a secret, a whole different reality than we are used to. This is a story of how I discovered this world. It was a crisp, cool fall day, like any normal fall day. I had just finished my classes for the day and decided to go for a walk in the park near my university. I decided I could use a bit of fresh air and relaxation. It was midterms week after all, a very stressful time for everybody. I noticed a worn path through the forest that deviated from the park walkway, and a strange feeling of curiosity overcame me. I felt the desire to walk across this path and see where it led. I walked along the path for a few minutes before passing under two trees laying against each other in an X shape. Another strange feeling washed over me as I did so, though it was a feeling I couldn't quite identify.
You there! Halt! Who are you and what are you doing trespassing on sacred elven territory?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know this was private property. I'll leave now.
You cannot leave this place now. You, human, have entered this realm for a reason and set foot on sacred grounds. I cannot allow you to leave, even if you had the ability.
I paused, not knowing what to say. This man, he was so odd. His skin was so fair and so perfect. His face was chiseled to perfection, and his long hair was blonde. He wore silver metal armor as he sat upon a large white horse. But his oddest and most prominent feature were his ears. They were very long and pointed at the end, like an elf that may be depicted in popular media. Sir, I'm not sure I understand. Where am I?
You are in the city of Auruz. This territory belongs to the elves. A portal has opened for a reason to allow you to walk through. I must now demand that you come with me and seek an audience with the High Elf. He will be able to tell you why you are here and how you can get home, if that may even be possible.
I understood at this point that I had no choice but to go with him. I didn't understand what was happening, but my instincts told me that this just wasn't some elaborate hoax or game. I mounted the horse with the elf, and he took me to a castle in the distance. Inside the castle was like nothing I ever could have fantasized in my wildest imagination. The inside architecture consisted mostly of elaborate plants, vines, and trees, woven in intricate ways across the walls of the castle. The throne room where the High Elf resided was much the same, and his throne was made up of plants and trees as well. He appeared to be very old, with long gray hair and a long gray beard. He spoke very kindly.
Human girl, what name do you go by?
Aaliyah, sir.
Miss Aaliyah, you'll walk through an ancient portal to enter into our world. This is a portal that has not been activated for over 5,000 years. I'm afraid this must mean that you have been summoned here for a purpose. Humans have not had the ability to enter our world since a great war, which lasted hundreds of years. It was only through the ability of the great old ones that all portals to and from the human world were closed and sealed. Now that one has opened and allowed you through, I'm afraid it means something is going to happen, and I'm afraid I may know what that is. There is an ancient story that has been passed down for millennia, that one day an ancient evil shall arise from this world and will make its way into the human world. If this happens, All life in your world will perish, humans and animals alike. It is now of my understanding that the spirits of the great old ones have chosen you as the one to save your world from this disaster, and by allowing you through a portal to our world.
Sir, I'm sorry, but I don't quite understand. You think I meant to save the world from a danger of some kind? This must be a mistake. I'm only an average college student. I can't save anybody from anything.
I'm afraid that is not your decision to make, young Leah. The spirits of the great old ones chose you to save your world, and ours as well. This is your destiny in life. This is what you are meant to do.
And with this statement, my life completely changed. This is the moment when my life as your average college student ended, and my new life as a Leah of Aurries began. This is the day when my mundane, boring life became something no one could ever have imagined it could be. This was the day I set off to save the world.